Hi there guys, I'm going to be talking about Artemis 2 stuff that has been going on recently. Well, Artemis 2 has arrived at the launch pad and they have it on Mobile Launcher 2, which they built, and I found that out from watching another video, and I'm going to post all of the things that I say in this video in the description below this video. Okay. Also, we have a new head of NASA, Jared Isaacman. They have tested the crew access arm, and they're testing out the other stuff with Artemis 2. And I'm going to read here a Yahoo article, a portion of it, that I have printed out here. Okay. The crew will then perform a final walk down at the pad before NASA performs a wet dress rehearsal, which means filling SLS and Orion with all the needed propellant but not igniting the engines. That will involve flowing in more than 700,000 gallons of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, all filled during a practice countdown, then removing the propellant while the astronauts are safely away from the pad. The closeout crew that would during launch day secure the astronauts on board Orion will be on site to practice their procedures through. If issues arise, it is possible NASA will need to roll SLS back to the VAB. But if all goes well, the next step would be getting ready for launch. Wet dress rehearsal testing will be carved up into runs, with the first occurring 49 hours ahead of the target test T-0 time, with teams getting called to their launch support stations running down to T-90 seconds. Then a planned 3-minute hold will move on to a countdown resumption to T-33 seconds. This is the point when SLS's automatic launch sequencers take control. The rehearsal will then recycle the clock to T-10 minutes and hold, and then resume countdown to T-30 seconds. While NASA has integrated lessons learned from Artemis 1 into the launch countdown procedure, the agency will pursue to address any issues during the test or at any other point should technical challenges arise. NASA posted on its website, engineers will have a close eye on propellant loading of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen into the rocket after challenges encountered with liquid hydrogen loading during Artemis 1 wet dress rehearsal. Changes in propellant loading procedures made after the issues seen on Artemis 1 will be of particular interest, as well as recently updated procedures that will attempt to limit how much inert gases nitrogen accumulates in the space between Orion's crew module and the launch abort system hatches, something that could potentially cause problems for the closeout crew. NASA said it may need to perform more than one wet dress rehearsal, depending on the initial run's results. But if all boxes get checked, NASA could move on to flight readiness review to choose a target launch date. While each month's launch window is about 2 weeks, the specific day carved out as launch options were based on keeping the crew safe. When it does launch, Orion won't be headed to the moon right away. Instead, it will orbit Earth to let the crew and ground teams ensure the spacecraft's life support systems are good to go. Then it will align for a translunar injection burn to set up the spacecraft's flyby and return trajectory. Some launch day options were taken off the board because they would cast Orion into the moon's shadow for more than 90 minutes, which would limit the effectiveness of the spacecraft's solar array wings. Other issues with launch dates included Florida's temperature, weather, and the availability of the propellants. So if there's a scrub on one day, it's hard to do a 24-hour turnaround. As a general rule, up to 4 launch attempts may be attempted within the approximate week of opportunities that exist within a launch period, NASA stated. Let's hope everything goes well, and I will be posting on my channel the launch date, and they're saying right now, if everything goes well, it should be February 6th. Make sure to subscribe and to get notifications for it.